Joining me today to discuss cybersecurity is Wendy Frank, a cyber IoT leader at Deloitte. Welcome, Wendy.
Thank you, Sid. Thanks for having me.
Just to start off the discussion, obviously industrial cybersecurity includes a wide range of technologies and products and services and things. So can you give our viewers an idea of where Deloitte is positioned in that with respect to in IoT?
Of course, thank you. We really focus on having a broad and wide depth of services. So thinking about capabilities, we focus on operational technology, industrial control systems, Internet of Things, industrial Internet of Things, and product security. And we really go cross-industry. So everything from energy, resources, and industrials, life sciences and healthcare, technology, media, telecom, and entertainment, financial services, and consumer and automotive. So really offering all of those services across. Of course, we have a lot of depth in information technology, and then all of the surrounding services that are needed to support that, like cloud, edge, 5G, and identity. And then really focusing on everything from assessments through implementations and all the way up to and including operations.
Wow, Deloitte does a lot, which I know. Another question I think our viewers would want to know is, there's a lot of push today to drive convergence between IT and OT cybersecurity programs. And how's Deloitte, how can you help them with that?
Yeah, great question. And it's really a key to success today. If we think about some of the attacks that are happening, gathering that information across IT, IoT, and OT and ICS is very important. So of course, have that plan of what your target is, look at what your gaps are now between current state and plan, and then look at your roadmap of what you need to get there. But really thinking about breaking down those silos between IT and IoT is very important. For years we've been siloed between cyber, between IT and IoT. They're very different skills, and also it's important to have that communication up to the board and get that buy-in.
And what about digital transformation? We see a lot of companies adopting that. And how does that fit into Deloitte's strategy program?
It's definitely part of what we do. We do a lot of smart manufacturing, 4.0, and it's important to think of cyber from the beginning and build in cyber from the start. Those are the most successful projects, absolutely.
And a lot of our clients, manufacturers and infrastructure operators, they're depending a lot more on services from companies these days. So how does Deloitte work with them?
Yeah, we partner with 20 vendors, and we really bring best of breed solutions to all of our clients. And having that global footprint is very helpful to us and to help support our clients also.
And another thing that I get from customers is when it comes to justifying investments in cybersecurity. And how do you help them with that? I would think you'd particularly be good at that.
Absolutely. With our reach and our contacts with the C-suite, it's very helpful to help educate the C-suite, educate the board. And of course, it's always helpful to start with assessments. So showing current state compared to ideal state. And we really think about the importance of safety. If it's just IT, it's business continuity. But when we think about OT and ICS, safety, environmental hazards, as well as business continuity, and health of humans is very important. So pointing out all of those issues and looking across all of those issues in an assessment, and then educating on what needs to be done to get to the ideal state is really key.
Another thing that I've been seeing is a lot of companies are kind of introducing disruptive technologies into their systems. How can Deloitte help them with that? Or I assume you can.
Absolutely. Yeah, with the breadth of the firm, we really can go broad and deep. So bringing in all those extra groups, we have our quantum computing group, zero trust, and then of course all the help we have across technology consulting and across our compliance group and regulatory group. It really gives us everything we need to look at what the client's needs are and then meet them where they are and help them to their next stage in their journey.
And which of those do you see as the biggest challenges for cybersecurity?
These days I think it's funding, right? I think in the current economy, and a lot of that then still goes back to educating and looking at what the potential risks and vulnerabilities are, the negative effects they could have on the company, to make sure that the companies get the right funding to get the right programs in place.
And you may have addressed this already, but but as a final thing, partnerships is something that I get asked a lot about, or see a lot of activity in. And it seems to be vital today, in today's world. So what is your strategy for partnering, and what kind of partnerships do you have in programs like that?
Yeah, it's definitely partnering globally, of course, so we can support our clients wherever they are in all of their remote locations. And then looking at the vast breadth and depth of technology vendors, cybersecurity vendors, and that can include the large cyber players, the large cloud players, as well as up-and-coming startups that have unique technology. We made an acquisition last year of AE Cyber Solutions, so looking at innovative ways to bring in the best talent. And then, of course, partnering with those companies. We have over 20 IoT-specific alliances that we have. So, and continuing to look at what's on the market, who's new, and bringing those in is really key.
Well, Wendy, it's been great talking to you.
Thank you,
for
Sid.
participating in this.
Thank you.
We've been speaking with Wendy Frank, who's the Cyber IoT leader at Deloitte. Thank you for watching.